This is KGW News at Sunrise.
The Medford nurse accused of replacing patients' prescribed fentanyl with tap water is set to appear in court again today. We're going to read the latest on this case and the 44 counts of assault against her coming up in just a few minutes.
And a heads up for you drivers, several miles of I-5 will close this weekend in southwest Portland. More on that closure and how you can plan ahead coming up at 6:15.
Monday morning here on the Sunrise Show, Christopher McGinnis has the day off, but Rod's working double duty. Because I'm seeing the forecast kind of going like this, man. It was hot last week, got cool over the weekend, heating back up, cooling back down.
Yeah.
You got to put it all together for us.
Yeah. We just kind of mixed up a bunch of numbers. That's the way they came up.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Here's a look at our well, not too far from the truth, actually. Here's the Wells Fargo camera this morning. Beautiful rising sun out there, 55 degrees. So yesterday, to Drew's point, we calmed back down, or cooled back down, I should say, into the 70s after what had been 3 hot days. We stay in that comfortable zone today. Beautiful shot of the Rose City. We're at 55 degrees. I have a 65 at noon. 78 today. Considered pretty much normal for this time of the year. We will warm up tomorrow, but just for one day, and that 7-day forecast is coming up.
All right, Rob, we do have some breaking news to get to this morning. East Burnside back open after Portland Fire responded to a call just about 30 minutes ago. This is a live look we're showing you of a Portland bookstore called Dark Star Magic. It's over on East Burnside and 7th. Portland Fire and Rescue says they saw smoke coming from a broken storefront window here. The fire is out and there's still no word as to what started it. We're also covering news out of Salem this morning. A deadly shooting there over the weekend left one teenager dead.
Devin Haskins is live in Salem this morning and what we know so far. Good morning, Devin.
Good morning. We do know that the victim is a 16-year-old and the alleged shooter, an 18-year-old, expected to be in court here at Marion County later this afternoon. Marion County Sheriff's deputies saying this happened just before 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday in the 5500 block of Skyline Street in southeast Salem. They said they got a 911 call that a teenager had been shot. When they got here, they tried to save that teenager, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The name of the teenager has not been released yet. The alleged shooter, 18-year-old David Ayan Abrano of Salem. Sheriff's deputies charged him with second-degree murder. He is scheduled to be in court here at Marion County a little later this afternoon on those murder charges, or on that murder charge. Back to you.
All right, Devin Haskins live for us this morning in Salem. We're also covering another court appearance that's happening today. This one involves the Medford nurse who's accused of replacing patients' prescribed fentanyl with tap water and then keeping the drugs for herself. Danny Marie Schofield already pleaded not guilty to 44 counts of second-degree assault. The tap water caused several serious infections and may have led to at least one death. Schofield is currently out on bail, but is scheduled to be in court at 9 o'clock this morning. A man was arrested over the weekend for a deadly shooting that happened in the Dalles on Saturday. Officers were called to the area of Walnut and 9th Street for a shooting and found the body of a man, 22-year-old Noe Zaragoza, who you see there on your screen, was arrested in Camas after authorities searched for him over the weekend. Right now, there's no word on what charges he faces, and the name of the victim has not yet been released.
That safety, that #1 priority of Boeing doesn't mean anything when 346 people die.
According to Reuters, federal prosecutors have recommended to the Justice Department that Boeing be criminally prosecuted. This all stems from the violation of Boeing's 2021 deferred prosecution agreement with the feds following 2 deadly 737 MAX 8 crashes overseas. In the agreement, Boeing promised to overhaul its compliance program for 3 years, but January's door plug blowout happened just before that agreement expired.
Normally, if a criminal defendant negotiates a sweetheart deal, but then violates the conditions of that deal, DOJ would bring the hammer down. That said, Boeing is not a normal defendant. This is a company that's critical to our economy and also national security. You can bet DOJ is taking that into account.
The Justice Department has until July 7th to make a decision.
This morning, we're hearing from a Portland couple who's looking for the owner of a dog they say attacked them and their puppy last week. Grace Kean and Thomas Jascolt were walking in Essex Park in southeast Portland. That's when they say a pit bull came up from behind and bit their puppy's stomach. The dog, they say, didn't let up until the owner held the pit bull down. At that point, Grace says the pit bull bit her hand. After that, the pit bull's owner ran away with the dog. Now the couple faces almost $12,000 in vet bills.
Because they were afraid that we would potentially press charges, get their information, make them pay for vet bills, so they just fled the scene because they were afraid of what would happen to their own dog.
The couple filed a report with the Multnomah County Animal Control, but say they need the owner's address to start looking for the pit bull. The couple has started a GoFundMe, and they've already raised over $11,000. You can find a link to that on our website, kgw.com.